Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, how are you today? I hope all of you fine, okay? Today we are talking about teaching pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar. Well, before that, I want to remind you about the key principle of teaching young learners. The first is listening comprehension, because in listening comprehension become the most important ones in teaching young learners. The second, learning needs to be fun, so all senses are engaged. So here we have to provide any kind of activities and materials related to young learners that make students more motivated to learn. The second, task needs to be action oriented, as we know that the characteristic of young learners are they are very active, moving to that place to one another. So we have to make them uh, the task orients to action. So we have to make them all participated by using their body language, their gesture, yeah, of course, using their visual oriented, kinesthetic oriented, and also auditory. Okay. Now, the second that we are going to talk is about classroom methodology and activities. As we know, in teaching young learners, we have to be familiar with learning new words, means vocabulary, since they are very lack of vocabularies, especially in English. So we have to make them know about the new words. And of course, we also teach vocabulary revision. And we have to provide action stories, not only read the stories, but also we try to act out how the story is going on. And then listening activities. Okay, as we know, they are more familiar with the auditory learning, means that everything that they got from their ears can be imitated soon. And then song and chants. Yeah, we provide songs that makes them more interested to learn, and of course the interesting song here make them more enthusiastic to learn, especially for a foreign language. And of course, any extra activities, thinking skill development. So here we can provide any games, yeah, games, quiz, yeah, quiz that relates to the game. So we are trying to make the quiz, but in the form of games. As we know that all of the activities above, we have to provide modeling, drilling, and repetition. Since they are still kids, they are still young, they need scaffolding from the adult, for example, from the teachers, of course, here. So we try to say in English, speak in English, speak the new word in English with the uh, certain intonation, of course, with repetition, of course, there. And then we provide drilling, ask them to imitate what we are going to say. And of course, while having those kind of new vocabulary for them, we have to provide other media, just like having puppets, and also the pictures, flashcard, and many other things. Yeah. Okay. Regarding learning new words in flashcard, using flashcard. Okay. Here we have to make a rhythmic support, so we show the flashcard to the students, and then we provide any simple sentences using those kind of flashcard, and we ask them to close their eyes and then ask what's the missing. For example, we saw some pictures with the words, but then after they notice what we are going to show to them, after that we hide one of the cards and ask them what is the missing. Okay, and then here you can ask them to fill and guess. Okay, for example, we provide the product, we provide things related to the new word, and then they have to take one of that things and then guess what is that. Okay, now we go to vocabulary revision. Yeah, repetition with the appropriate pronunciation, stories or description. Okay, so here we use repetition more in vocabulary revision. For example, the students try to speak out a book, for example, book, but they are spelling in a wrong pronunciation or in a wrong intonation, so we can provide revision by using repetition. Okay, so we do not need to say that it's wrong, no, but we have to give repetition as a feedback for them.
Look. Car. 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 A car, yes. Car. Yes, a teddy bear. Car. Teddy. Car. Teddy. Car. Teddy. Teddy. A teddy bear, yes. And the next one is plane. 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 Car, teddy, plane. Car, teddy, plane. And a doll. Doll. Okay, doll. Car, teddy, plane. No? Doll. Doll. Okay? Car, teddy, plane, doll. 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 Very good. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. What's missing?
Teddy.
Teddy. Very good. Close your eyes. Open your eyes.
Car.
Well, yes, car is missing. Very good. Close your eyes, please. Close your eyes, Olivia. Yes, good. What's missing? Open your eyes. What's missing?
Doll.
Doll. Very good. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. What's missing?
Plane.
Plane. Very good. Yes, very good. Now look, I'm thinking of one of the cards. I'm thinking of one of the toys. It's not the car, it's not the plane, and it's not the doll. Which one is it?
Torn.
It's not the car, it's not the plane, and it's not the doll.
Teddy.
The teddy, very good. Okay, once more. I'm thinking of a toy. It's not the car, it's not the teddy, and it's not the doll. Which is it?
Plane.
The plane, very good. I'm thinking of a card. It's not the teddy,
Teddy.
it's not the doll, and it's not the plane.
Car.
The car, very good. I'm thinking of another one. It's not the car, it's not the teddy, and it's not the plane.
Dog.
Very good. Excellent. Yes. Do you hand in your bag?
Daddy.
Teddy? Yes, a teddy. Look at this teddy. Isn't this a nice teddy? Okay. Would you like to come here, Vanessa? Yes. Look. Yes. What is it?
A daddy.
A teddy? Again? Ah, no, it's not a teddy. It's a... You remember the word? It's a...
Dog.
Good, thank you. Okay. Now look, I'm going to put down some cards here on the floor. You look at the cards, but you don't say the words. You don't say the words. Yes, you just think about the words. You don't say the words, okay? Okay, here we go. Now, look at the words, and if you know a word, raise your hand, Marvin, and turn it upside down. Okay. Svenja? Yes. Good. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, can you say the words? Olivia?
1,
Okay.
5,
Yes.
apple.
Okay.
A pizza.
Very good.
Big house.
A big house, yes.
Spaghetti.
Okay.
Elephant.
Yes.
Big house. Apple.
Yes.
Pear.
Okay. Yes. There were other things to eat. There was apple. There was pear. What else can we eat? What else is there that we can eat?
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad. Very good. And
Plum.
a plum. Yes.
Apple.
Yes.
Steak.
Yes. Good. Let's shuffle the cards. Can you help me, please? Yes. Okay, good. Stop. Okay. Good. Now, can you guess? What's this? What do you think?
Fruit salad.
What do you think?
Elephant.
What do you think?
6.
Okay, what do you think?
Elephant.
Elephant, what do you think?
Elephant.
Can you check for me, Olivia, please? Can you check? This one, yes.
Pear.
A pear! Aha! Now let's take this one. What do you think? What's this one here?
Elephant. Big
Elephant? A big house?
Fruit salad. Spaghetti.
Uh-huh.
Big house. Big house. Elephant.
What do you think?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, you think? What do you think?
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad. Let me check. Ah! A plum, yes. Now, and how about that one? The one next to Marvin, yes. What do you think? What is it?
Apple.
What do you think?
Apple.
Pizza?
Apple.
What do you think?
5.
Uh-huh. And you? Marvin, can you check?
Next, action stories. While we are trying to let them learning new vocabularies or learning new words, of course we can provide the stories with them. So we act out, we have skate, dramatize any action from the stories, and of course using TPR here, listen, watch, imitate, and do. Because we know the students' characteristic, related to the learning is about visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So we can provide stories here to make the students more engaged to our class. Okay, and what the teachers can do here, you adapt the teaching pace to students' pace of learning. What does it mean? Okay, here as a teacher you have to provide a time for them to internalize what we are going to say, what we are talking about, what kind of characters that we are trying to describe. So we have to be patient for this. So we do not directly go to the next part before they get what we're going to talk. Okay, and we also introduce sentences gradually one after the other. Here we provide any sentences, simple sentences to them, gradually. Do not get too fast to talk about the stories using those kind of sentences, but we have to try to know the condition of the students, whether they understand or not. Repeat previous sentences before introducing new one, of course. Okay, before you go to the next sentences, you have to review the previous one. It means that we try to get them more make them memorize accidentally. So here we try to get them more familiar to the previous sentences before we acknowledge them or recognize them to the new words. Okay, keep to the order that sentences are presented in. So we have to make an order, make the sentences from the easy one to the complicated one, but you have to remember the condition of the level of your children, of your students there. Instruction, related to the instruction, you have to ask them, okay, everybody listen to me. Okay, listen to me, and then you have to imitate what I'm going to say. So you have to give clear instruction there. The advantages, the action stories are fun and help children feel that they understand language from the very beginning. So here you can provide any puppet, or you can make your gesture related to the stories and then ask them to imitate what you're going to do with the stories. Okay, here I provide a link to YouTube so you can open it later. Okay,
Plane, plane, plane. Car, car, plane, car. Teddy, teddy, okay. Plane, car, teddy. Plane, car, teddy. Doll, doll. Plane, car, teddy, doll. Okay, doll.
Now that the students have learnt the key words that they are going to need, let's see how Herbert gets them to understand sentences by listening to instructions and imitating his actions.
Now, stand up, please. Stand up, please. Okay, good. Fly your plane. Fly your plane. Drive your car. Zoom. Okay, once more. Fly your plane. Drive your car. Vroom. Hug your teddy. Hug your teddy. Kiss your doll. Okay, once more. Fly your plane. Drive your car. Vroom. Hug your teddy. Kiss your doll.
So that was the first phase of an action story. What's important here is that the teacher adapts his or her teaching pace to the student's pace of learning. In other words, the teacher introduces the sentences gradually and one after the other, and always repeats the previous sentence or sentences before introducing a new one. What's also important is that the teacher strictly keeps to the order the sentences were presented in. Next, we'll see the second phase, where Herbert gives the instructions, and it's important, remember, that this is done in the same order as before. But this time, he doesn't give the students a model for the actions. So the children have to listen and carry out the instructions without seeing the teacher act them out. Being in a group gives them security, and they're learning from one another.
Now I'm going to sit down. No, you don't sit down, you stand up. You stand up, please. Yes, okay. Now you do it. You do it. Fly your plane. Drive your car. Hug your teddy. Kiss your doll. Yes, good.
So, what's next? Well, once the students are able to carry out the actions easily, it's now time for the third phase. As before, the students listen to the instructions and carry them out, but with one difference. This time Herbert changes the order of the instructions.
And now, no, stand up. And now in jumbled order, jumbled order. Okay. Drive your car. Kiss your doll. Fly your plane. Hug your teddy. Kiss your doll. Fly your plane. Drive your car. Hug your daddy. Kiss your doll. Hug your teddy. Chantal, hug your teddy. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Sit down, please.
As you can see, for the students, action stories are fun. And at the same time, they're an important way of making the children feel that they can understand the target language from the very beginning. The final phase is when students use a worksheet from their books as they listen to the same action story from the audio CD.
Toys. An action story.
Fly your plane.
The children listen and put the pictures into the correct order. This consolidates their learning and assesses in an action-oriented way how well they have understood the sentences that they have just learned. They can do so by writing numbers, or if they haven't yet learnt to write numbers, they draw the corresponding number of dots onto the dice.
Next, the scope of pronunciation. Okay, teaching pronunciation, it relates to sound, right? Okay, so we have to demonstrate the word first, put it in a sentence. Yeah, make children aware of sound differences. Okay, for example, we have the word foot and food. So we have to make sure that our students know what is the difference, which one that we call it as food or foot. Okay, And then sounds in connected speech. For example, rain, rain, go away song. Anyone knows how is the song, is it? Okay, you can see from the next part here. Okay, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Daddy wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. Okay, so you can see here the word go away and another day. We have the same sound at the end of the part of the sentences there. Okay, away, day, play, away again. Yeah, and then here you can ask your students to substitute a daddy to another subject. Okay, so we can change it to another. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Baby wants to play. Rain, rain, go away. It is a simple song, but it is very valuable for your students since they have to change the subject here. Like if the previous we talk about daddy, mommy, brother, or we can change to other person or the name. Okay, yeah. Next, stress and rhythm. Songs, rhyme, and jazz chant is very valuable to what's that? To learn about the pronunciation. Okay, I provide YouTube links here, you can open it later. And then we have a jazz chants. Do you know jazz chants? So it is a simple songs and simple using simple sentences, but we use what's that, just like a rhythm. Yeah, we use very tempo, and also we provide what's that, the arrangement of the song. Okay, just like hush hush baby sleeping, hush hush baby sleeping, what did you say, what did you say? So here that is a repetition. Okay, in jazz chant there are many repetition that students can get, and then what's that, recognize with those kind of certain certain words or even certain verbs, certain terms there, and with the repetition they will know how to say it well. Okay, strong and weak stress. Of course, with the song, rhymes, and jazz chants, we provide stress. Yeah, word stressed. Okay, word stress. Hush, hush, baby sleeping. Hush, hush, baby sleeping. Okay, so we can see how is the difference, which one using the strong stress and weak stress. Intonation, falling and raising tones. So we have to consider it.
Number 1. Shh, shh, baby's sleeping.
I said, shh, shh, baby's sleeping. I said, shh, shh, baby's sleeping.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said, please be quiet, baby's sleeping. I said, please be quiet, baby's sleeping.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said, keep it down, baby's sleeping. I said, keep it down, baby's sleeping.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said, stop that noise, baby's sleeping. I said, stop that noise, baby's sleeping. not anymore.
Technique and activities in teaching pronunciation is used to be minimal pairs. Okay. Needs more game-like activities to provide interest and avoid meaningless repetition. Okay. Models from the teachers, as I said before, as a teacher we have to modeling them since they are very young learners, yeah, and place it in any sentences. Okay. Well, the next to improve English pronunciation, you can use tongue twister game. Yeah, tongue twister here use established traditional rhymes. For example, Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper. Can you? Perhaps you can try more. There is a short tongue twister for kids. There is a funny tongue twister. You just can go to directly to this link. Yeah, you can get more than this example. Okay, good. Pronunciation goals. We are trying to make the students have speech good enough to be understood by a native speaker, even though there may be sign of foreign accent. Okay, although we are using Madura's accent, Japanese accent, but we are trying to make our speech sound here to be understood by a native speaker. Then we go to the teaching English vocabulary. How children learn the meaning of the words from 18th in 1987. What we are going to do with the vocabulary, learning vocabulary and teaching vocabulary, is we have to make a labeling. So children must discover the sequences of sound can be used as name for things. Packaging, children must find out which thing that can be packaged together under one label. For example, if we provide a dog, chicken, yeah, and then a goat, sheep, cows, how the students here package those kind of vocabulary into one label. For example, for duck, chicken, rooster become to what's that? A kettle? You can say kettle or what? Okay. Or mammals for the cows, for the sheep. Okay. So we're trying to make the students can package what label the things that we provide to them. The last, network building. Children must work out how words relate to one another. Of course, we try to ask them make it into a sentence, simple sentences with those kind of words. Next, how we should teach vocabulary for young learners. Of course, we have to make it interesting, make it relevant, and set achievable goals. Teach words in context. We are having Islamic context here, so we could provide any diction related to Islamic context. Yeah, the words we are targeting are the suitable for the student's ability or not. The second, the amount of time we give students to learn them. And the third, the number of words we set. So we have to consider those kind of aspects to teach vocabulary. Next, we go to the strategies to teach vocabulary. Label everything in your classroom, pre-teach key vocabulary, and play vocabulary games. Okay, now we talk about label everything in your classroom. So here you can make a poster, maps, supplies, technology, furniture, miscellaneous. So everything in the classroom, you have to provide the labels. You can see from the pictures, all of parts here just like a furniture that we can provide any word that we have to stick it on the table although it is look like dirty, but it works for them because they will be more familiar because they are getting used to see those kind of words. Okay, and that is poster I'm smart. So this will this word, these sentences will make them encouraged to be in a positive way. Yeah. If you want to provide about the Islamic content here, yes, of course you can provide that. Yeah, for example, we can have what's that? Kebersihan sebagian dari iman. So you can provide any word or sentences related to those what's that? Those jargon. Okay. Okay. Now we go to pre-teach key vocabulary. Be intentional about teaching vocabulary to your students by pre-selecting keywords from the text you are about to read. So here you have to select some of the words that relate to the text that you are going to read for your students. For example, you are talking about or you are telling stories and then you provide a word, certain words, yeah, that the students wants to know. Yeah. Do not assume students will know essential word from the text. So you have to provide it. Okay, select the word. Which one, the word that's suitable for the objective of today's lesson. Okay. Word study, word maps, word journals, and word walls are all excellent tools for helping students learn and apply new vocabulary. Okay. So you provide word maps. So use what's that? Make a box of word here related to the adjective, adverb, and then verb, or you provide about occupations in a box. So it's just like a flashcard, and then you make it into one label of your flashcard. Aside from images, use tangible objects to teach the meaning of word. For example, if introducing the word bark from a tree, show students a piece of actual bark you found outside. Or better yet, take them outside and show them. So here, you are not only giving the images to the students to telling about the new vocabulary, but you can provide a real product, a real object. Okay. For example, you can make them go outside for a while. You can find a tree and then teach them how they say batang in English, down in English, okay, and then which part of the tree that they have to learn, okay, at that time. Show them the real object or realia. If you don't have any trees around you, so you provide realia. Play vocabulary games. You can have word bingo, parrots, word jeopardy, yeah, word jeopardy. Okay. Here there are more explanation about word bingo, like this. Okay, so you provide words in a grade, but then one of the students here have to describe the word, and if they can make or they can guess what you're talking about, they can cross the words, and after they make into a vertical, diagonal, or even horizontal line, they can be a winner. Okay, and flashcard here, as I told you before, flashcard. Okay, in flashcard here you provide certain level. For example, you're going to talk about seasons. You provide a picture related to summer, spring, fall, winter. Yeah, and then ask them to guess what you are going to connect it with. For example, you provide a picture related to umbrella, so which season that it relates to, so they can select one of the flashcards there. Okay, Jeopardy games. Okay, here. So you provide certain labels like vegetable, fruit, pulses, cooking verb, kitchen utensil, and they have to choose which one that they want to go to answer. For example, okay, they want to choose fruit, and then the point is 30. So here, the point, yeah. Here the points that they have to choose, and the one who get higher point will be a winner. Okay, then understanding and learning the meaning of new words. We can use lexical sets just like shops, classroom, fruit, okay, rhyming, spout, out, rain, again, okay, as the previous was a rhyme that we learned before. And then here color sets, okay, things that are blue, so you provide anything related to the blue colors here, or ask them to find out blue colors surround the students environment. Grammatical sets, okay, verbs, noun, okay, good, partners or collocation, verb plus noun, adjective plus noun, so you provide this kind of uh, words, yeah, using flashcard or using a poster, okay. Opposite, big, small, so you can introduce them the opposite of the word, yeah. You provide flashcard there, and then the students are going to choose which one the opposite of big, and then try to ask them to say it in English loudly, and then show the picture or show the product that is really big, yeah, and then show the picture or product to show the small one. Okay, techniques to teach vocabulary. The first demonstration techniques using object, drawing, illustration, pictures, photos, flashcard. Using action, mime, expression, and gesture. Okay, so you teach vocabulary to young learners means that all around your body here must move, must getting familiar with any kind of object that you want to say to your children, to your students later. Yeah. For example, bake. So you have to make a gesture with your hands. Bake. Okay. And then if you want to say fat, you can show your tummy. Yeah. And also your hands here to move just like a fat man or fat woman there. Okay. And you can show your expression, for example, sad. Okay, so you can give your face expression there to the students. Okay, pointing, touching, testing, feeling, smelling, and of course you can use technology. Verbal techniques, explaining, okay, by repetition, yeah, repetition, and also, and what's that, in the same time you show the picture, you show the product, defining the context. Okay, so you show the pictures of environment related to the words and also the products, eliciting, describing, and of course you can may use translating. Vocabulary practicing, memorizing, and checking activities. This involves classifying, giving instruction, picture dictations. What's amazing that I talked to you before, Kim's game, okay, word search, sequencing, and labeling. You can use those kind of techniques. Learning English grammar. Now we go to grammar. How to teach grammar to young learners. Of course, what grammar to teach. The first is about facts, patterns, choices. It is related to secondary schools, primary school, or what? Okay, here you can see grammar instruction to young learners. Perhaps anyone can answer this question. Perhaps you can read by yourself, yeah, and find out the answer. Actually, this is the answer. Okay, yeah, later you can learn by yourself. Is it wrong or not? Principle in teaching grammar to young learners: focus your instruction on meaning. Second, avoid using meta language, so you have to make into concrete one. Use visual, you provide any puppet, you have to provide any media, yeah, any media to construct a grammar. Provide additional practice, of course, yeah. Of course, you can provide any activities, yeah, with the gesture, with what's that? With the available of the media. Recycle, okay, recycle the word from the previous sentences into the new one. Use all 5 senses.